Dearest, gentle YouTubers. Finished the bloody book! I finished it! Finished the book! Finished it! Guys, all I can say is Mr. Bridgerton? Mr. Bridgerton can freaking come and romance me. Anytime, any place, anywhere. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Guys, I finished a freaking book. I have so much to say. I'm overwhelmed, and it honestly got me thinking about my life. Thinking about the kind of man I want to marry. And to this point, I think I've gone delulu. And this is what happens. When I read any romantic books, I go to La La Land. I get delusional. And I just don't believe in reality anymore. And this is why I'm still single and clearly not ready to mingle with the real with reality right now. I absolutely loved the book. I loved it. I finished it this morning and I was just there in my bed and I was just grinning. Like when I was reading the end, I was smiling so much. I was so happy. I was so freaking happy. I don't know what to say. I was trying to think what to do in this video. Again, this is so candid. I didn't really have anything prepared in notes other than the fact that what I'm looking for, the qualities I'm looking for in a man. Because Colin, oh, he's romantic. I love him. I love Colin. I'm in love with Colin in the book. And it's just made me go back again to watching Bridgerton, and now I literally in the second season rewatching Kate and Anthony's story, but I'm not watching Kate and Anthony. I'm literally just watching Colin and Penelope most of the time in the background, and I'm just looking at the interaction. I was like, right, Colin didn't really see you there. And I was like, oh, poor Penelope. I was like, you don't know what's coming for you. You don't know you're about to shine. You don't know, girl. You don't know. Okay, let me calm down. Before I proceed, there's going to be some spoilers because this is based from the book. There's some stuff they've kind of changed and tweaked a little bit. So again, if you're not into spoilers, just drop off from the video because I'm going to be yapping. I'm going to be yapping. So let's just get straight into it. I'm going to start with the mirror scene. Guys, let me not lie. I didn't even realize what I was reading was even the mirror scene. There is no mirror scene in the book. There is a mirror reference in the book. Let's just start off with that. But this scene, the steam. It was steamy. Sorry, I need to calm down. It's because I'm no one's at home. That I'm acting like this. And we need to turn down the volume. Okay. It was steamy. Like the way Colin and Penelope. Guys, I literally gagged. I was like, there is no shame. Colin, the ad-libs Colin was saying to his girl Penelope. Oh my goodness. This is how a man loves you. Oh. This is how a man loves you. Chapter 18. I'm not going to do any reenactments because I could never. Last video I spoke about the carriage scene. So he proposes to Penelope, declares his love to his mom, yada yada. Now, we're at the engagement, right? Okay, so before we get to the mirror scene, so there was a ball for Penelope and Colin, and my girl Penelope literally has last column comes during the ball, the engagement ball, and Colin feels blindsided because he kind of, from his understanding from the last argument in the carriage, was that she was gonna let this go, but Penelope was like, no, I'm gonna let this go. Like, I am gonna send this last column because God forbid Cressida is gonna take credit for it. And I totally agree with her, because if you've spent 11 years and this girl that is popular, blah blah blah, feels that it's okay to ride the waves of your work, Absolutely no. So I think she did the right thing in posting Colin, but actually I think she should have told Colin. Now, before we even get to that scene, that stay may say, I want to say I love Colin and Penelope's relationship. In the book, Eloise has not found out yet that Penelope is Lady Whistledown. Whereas in the series, Eloise was the first person out of the Bridgerton family to find out that Penelope is Lady Whistledown, and that's the friendship. Really sad, and I really hope they amend the friendship. But this time, it's actually Colin. Colin finds out, and not one bit does he like scold her for like he scolds her, but not in the way that is like how Eloise did it in the series, like to a point where she's like, oh my gosh, I can never speak to you again. Like the anger. He's more like, oh my gosh, I want her to be protected. I don't want her to be ruined in society. He's aware of like all the mean remarks that Penelope has said, but he really praises Penelope for her work. And it's given partner in crime because it's like, and I just love that. It's like your passion work, your side hustle, the thing that you love doing, only you and your partner have the secret between you two. That's just amazing. Like, I just love that. Like, I'm going to skip forward before we get to that scene. Like, bear with me. There is a point where crazy Cressida, the person I don't like, the crazy person. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I'm giving her names because I genuinely don't think. She's just so mean. She's cruel. I don't like mean girls. She's cruel. Anyway, she comes. She kind of clocks from the last column that was sent out. And what Penelope said, there was a line that she actually said that made crazy Cruella realize that, oh, I know where that phrase is from. And she realized Penelope said it. She said something about, and she realized that, remember that Penelope said it in another time where at another ball where it was her, Cressida, Lady Danbury, Eloise, I think as well was there, and Penelope. And I think she said something on the lines that it would literally break her heart or something like that, that it would break her heart or Lady Whistledown's heart. And then in the latest column, along the similar phrase said that, and Cressida clocked and was like, yeah, it's Penelope. Cressida comes to the house and it's like, you embarrassed me, what? And then you made a fool of me. And Calla was just like, you know what I'm talking about. You do. And then Penelope's like, okay, right, what do you want? And then basically Cressida's like, money. And she was asking for £10,000. £10,000 back in the day, that's a lot. That's a lot of money. Penelope is really rich. She's got like around £8,000 in her bank account. That's, guys, just to think of that £8,000. Like the way she was talking, because she basically, her and Colin have that open conversation of how much money she has, and like how she couldn't really spend it all, and how she's actually taken some money out to help her mum, and like, or basically to gift her mum, and how her mum was so happy, feeling like, oh, how wealthy she is now. Like the money back in the day, like the currency was currencying basically. So Penelope's like, oh my gosh, I can't really possibly give Cressida £10,000. But Cressida's like, look, you need to figure out, if you don't give her the money, then she'll basically reveal to the ton that, to society, that she's Lady Whistledown. So Penelope's like freaking out, and obviously she's waiting for Colin, and she tells Colin. Let me explain why again, like, because what I'm trying to get to the point is, I love this, not just friendship or the romance between, it's just the partnership that these two have. So Colin hears from like the doorman or something like that Cressida's here. He's like already like worried, because he's like, why is this witch in the house basically? And he's like, Penelope, I heard she's here. Is like everything okay? And Penelope's like crying, and he's like, she basically tried to threaten me. She wants £10,000. And Colin is like literally like, oh my gosh. And then Penelope's like telling her a plan, and she's like, look, I think we can get Lady Danbury to pretend to be Lady Whistledown for me, like, you know, blah blah blah. Colin was like, don't do that yet, don't worry, I'll sort things out. Penelope's like, oh my god, no, like, like, don't do that. Like, let me help you. He's like, I got you. I'll sort you out. Okay, now this is the line that made me melt. Where is it? And we're gonna add some background music to this because I need people to understand that this is what love is. Found it. Okay, guys. This is the part that I was like, oh my god. So basically, Penelope feels Colin and like basically they have a week to figure out how to pay £10,000. Okay, so he's like, I'll be back, he said, heading for the door. She's like, but where are you going? Penelope cried out, jumping to her feet. He's like, I have to think, he said, pausing with his hand on the doorknob. She's like, you can't think here with me. His face softened and he crossed back to her side. He murmured her name, tenderly taking her face in his hand. I love you, he said, his low voice. I love you with everything I am, everything I've been, and everything I hope to be. And she's like, Colin. And he's like, I love you with my past. I love you for my future. He bent forward and kissed her once softly on the lips. I love you for the children we'll have and for the years we'll have together. I love you for every one of my smiles and even more for every one of your smiles. Penelope sagged against the back of a nearby chair. He's like, I love you, he repeated. You know that, do you? She nodded, closing her eyes as her cheeks rubbed against his hands. He's like, I had things to do, and I won't be able to concentrate if I'm thinking about you, worrying if you're crying, worrying if you're hurt. She's like, I'm fine, she whispered. I'm fine now that I've told you. He was like, I will make this right. I just need you to trust me. She opened her eyes. With my life. Guys! I need a drink. Beautiful. So, what is the point of me reading that? This shows Colin as a man. This shows these two trust each other. This shows he will go to the ends for Penelope. This shows problem solver. This shows a leader. This shows someone that loves his girl and cares for his girl. He said he will make this right. Oh my gosh, I love that. And do you know what, guys? And this is what happened. This is what I did when I read that. It got me thinking, and I was like, okay, what is the kind of person I want to be with when I marry someone? And I wrote down a list of qualities. From the whole book, I was thinking of like, wow, there's something about Colin I just really love. And the Bridgerton men that I just find super attractive. Kind. Funny and can handle banter. There is a lot of banter between Colin and Penelope. Like the jokes that, and the witty, like how witty both of them are. Even how he is with his siblings and like Eloise, especially because he has like a strong relationship with Eloise. I am actually chuckling, and I think it's beautiful to be able to have that strong banter between each other. I think it's like, you know, not take life too seriously, laugh, joke a bit. Like I banter a lot, you know, not in like a harsh way, but I like to mock myself and not take life too seriously. So funny and can handle banter. Family oriented. Colin is definitely family oriented for sure. As he does go away on his travels, disappears a bit. You could tell like every time he comes back, like the family are generally happy to see him. And what I really loved as well, when he had to deal with that situation, the first thing he did was like actually go to Anthony's house to seek counsel. The fact that he can trust his brothers, his whole family as well. Like also you would see towards the end of the book, like when the way, I can't wait to even share that. But the way in the book, he basically sends a note to Penelope. He's like, look, there's a ball to so Daphne's throwing a ball and that she should go to his mum and Eloise and Hyacinth. Like they would take care of Penelope. They would go with her to the ball. And the girls were saying like, wait, Penelope, do you know what's going on? And Penelope's like, no, why? And they were like, well, Colin wrote a note saying like that they should stick with you like glue, and he underlines the word glue. You could tell like the Bridgerton family are just so strong, and I love it. Like how Colin's sisters are just looking after Penelope. They want to make sure she's okay, and they literally stick with her at the ball. So family oriented person, being part of a big family. I think I'm part of a big family. There's 6 of us. I just love the idea when, if you can marry someone else, that the family takes you in. I think that's just awesome. So that's what I've written down. Then caring. I think it's important to be with someone that's caring, not just only to you, but to other people around you. And I think Colin, he does care about Penelope, but he doesn't like Cruella craziness, because she's generally not a nice person. So yeah, someone that is caring, understanding, adventurous. I have the travel bug. I love traveling. I've literally like been traveling. I started traveling by myself from the age of 11, because there's a big age gap between me and my siblings. It's 6 years and 10 years. So being the eldest child, didn't really have much to do. So my parents let me travel by myself to like other family members, like in the States, Canada. So I did that, and then eventually, now that I have a good paying job, I'm able to do that as often as I like. So I love traveling, and I want to be with someone that's also adventurous and like to try new things. So Colin, he's been to Greece, he's been to Scotland, he's been all over the place. So that's another quality I want to be. Yeah, look for someone. I would say educated and high emotional intelligence. Educated as in, I was watching a reel on Instagram that I saw that was actually very interesting. So someone made a point, it was a guy talking, saying like, look, a lot of us females want to say we don't want to be with a broke man, which is very true. I don't want that, but there are situations where you never know, God forbid, but life does happen. If you lose money and you end up being broke or bankrupt or whatever, how would the person that you're with be able to solve that situation? And he was saying like, you want to also add to your list, not just say I don't want to have a broke man. It's you want someone that's educated to be like, okay, we're broke, but how are we going to get out of that situation? And I feel like with Colin, he's very educated. He understands, because he's surrounded by people that are wealthy, or people that have, and even in the book it kind of explains that he's with other scholars, lecturers, doctors. So you want someone that is educated, that could help you navigate through situations, you know. Obviously, yes, they can, if they're down, let them be down, like let them wallow, but someone that's willing to kind of get back up and like, okay, right, let's solve this. And that's another thing I put, problem solver as well. High EQ, I think, is also, I put there, is just like being aware, being sensitive of just other people's feelings, kind of reading the room and knowing when to stop. I think Colin, he is very, you see him in the book as very hot-headed, and there's times I'm just like, Colin, chill. But there are times that he does learn to control himself, which I think is very important. Handsome, duh. He has to be handsome, and we know Colin's handsome, so I was like, yeah, he has to be handsome. Honestly, guys, I wouldn't even mind if my guy is more like super handsome and every girl wants him. Yeah, let them want him, let them, absolutely. And I'd be like, yeah, because he's mine. So that's on the list. Healthy, but also loves food. Yes, I love food, I'm a foodie, but you know, we're learning the portion control here. So I would love to, like, Colin loves food. He loves his sandwiches, you know, and I wouldn't mind him eating the last few chips off my plate. So I wouldn't mind that. Then I put down, challenger and encourager. So I'll talk more about this. Challenger and encourager. So I feel like Colin does challenge Penelope in her thinking, and they do have very good discussion about Penelope being like such a good writer and just really talking about her career. They challenge each other. Colin is a writer, or on his way to becoming a writer, but Penelope really does challenge him, like, look, you are writing this journal, you need to publish this. Because Colin is at this point, and you see it in the series as well, he's trying to figure out his purpose. He's kind of like, oh, I don't know what to do, I just travel but I have nothing, you know. And Penelope's like, publish the book. And you can see the sense of like jealousy that Colin does have, because he's like, wow, Penelope has accomplished this for herself, she has like a body of work. But instead of Penelope doesn't even see it like that. She just sees like, oh my gosh, there's also room for you to flourish as well. And Colin obviously is challenging. He has like, you see the insecurities have, because he's like, I don't want to be successful off, you know, my name and stuff. But Penelope's like, no, you got this. And like, he's given her his journals and to read, and he's allowing Penelope to like edit, like basically become an editor, and really asking her opinion. He's like, look, I'm not asking for anyone else's opinion, you've accomplished this, I want you to read and put your thoughts in. And it's just nice that you'll be able to do that for your partner. There's no form of competition. It's like they're both helping each other out. The encourager part, what I really love is that Colin really does embrace the fact that Penelope is Lady Whistledown. And I said this in a couple of videos, Colin doesn't realize the gem that he has. Like, you literally have this babe that has had a career for 11 years, that able to fool all you lot. She is rich. She has accumulated wealth by herself. And this is what she's accomplished. And she's beautiful and kind and funny and smart. Like, he doesn't know what he has. And he eventually clocks. And he's like, the way he solves the whole situation with Cressida, he's like, instead of hiding, I need people to understand you are amazing and you fooled everyone. It's absolutely funny. He actually tells Anthony. Anthony's literally amused by it, and he's like, I'm gonna tell Kate, this is hilarious. And Anthony has a backing. He tells Simon, and I think he tells a couple of the Bridgerton. I'm not sure if Daphne knew. So basically, in the last chapter, they're at the ball, and Colin comes and takes Penelope upstairs, and then he kind of reveals like the plan of what he's going to do to solve like the Cressida problem. And Penelope's like not okay with it, because it requires revealing her identity. And he's like, girl, there's nothing for you to hide. And Penelope's like, I don't want you to reveal yourself, because if people hate it or hate me, it also ruin you too, and you can't publish your book. So bless her, she's thinking about like Colin as well, because she's like, I want your dreams to come true, I don't want it to be ruined because of, you know, I'm Lady Whistledown and everyone hates me. And he's like, I don't care. And then he goes out, takes her to the balcony, and like gives like Simon like a nod, and he's like, and then he gives like a beautiful speech. And oh my gosh, I think I started tearing up actually. There was just tears coming, because he was just like, I want to show you this beautiful lady, this is my girl. I know you guys are surprised, but I'm surprised that I didn't fall in love with her early. And it's like, yeah, Colin, you should be ashamed. Why is it that you waited so damn long to now fall in love with her? But he kisses her in front of like the whole crowd, and everyone's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And then, wait, I need to find the lines. And then Cressida is like, no, at the back, because she's like, oh my gosh, her plan's not going to plan. And by the way, Cressida is broke. That's why she's doing all of this. And that's her own issue. Guys, this has made me really excited, because if they're sticking to the book, I just can't wait for my girl Penelope to get the spotlight, the praise she deserves, because she should be in hiding. She should not be in hiding. She's accomplished so much. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Okay, we're going to cue the music again. So he's like, I know that many of you were surprised when I asked Penelope Featherin to be my wife. I was surprised myself. I wasn't surprised that I had fallen in love with her, but rather that it had taken so long. I've known her for so many years, you see, and somehow I've never taken the time to look inside to see the beautiful, brilliant, witty woman she'd become. Oh, stop it. Oh my God, this is too much. And we could feel the tears trickling down her face. Me too. But she couldn't move. She could barely breathe. Therefore, with all of you here as my witnesses, I would like to say, Penelope, I love you. I adore you. I worship the ground you walk upon. Then he's like, he lifts up a glass, and he's like, to my wife. And they're like, to your wife. Colin drank, Penelope drank, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, put down your glass, dear. And he's like, oh, one last thing. I'm leaving the party right now. As a matter of fact, he shot a wicked sideways grin at Penelope. I'm sure you all understand. The men in the crowd like, hey, 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 woo! Because you know he about a He's like, but before I do, I have one last thing to say. One last little thing, in case you still don't believe me when I tell you that my wife is the wittiest, cleverest, most enchanting woman of all London. Then there's someone in the background goes, no! No! Came a voice from the back and Penelope knew it was Cressida. Yeah, girl, you better be screaming no so loudly because, yeah, I want you to know you're defeated. Like, yeah, burn, witch, burn! You might say that my wife has two maiden names. Of course, you all knew her as Penelope Featherton, as did I. But what you didn't know, and what even I was not clever enough to figure out until she told me herself. He paused, waiting for silence to fall over the room. Is that she's also the brilliant, the witty, the breathtakingly magnificent. Oh, you all know who I am talking about. I give you my wife, Lady Whistledown! And that's, friends, how Lady Whistledown was revealed. Oh my god, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. That is an encourager, guys. That is someone that supports your dreams. That is a partner. That is a guy that you want. He doesn't care what people say. He's like, that's my girl. You guys have all been fooled. All been fooled. Okay, I need to calm down. And then what I loved is the support that she gets. So it's like, then it came, clap, 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 slow and methodical. Lady Danbury, that's support from her. Anthony supported, the Duke, everyone, the mum, everyone came. Absolutely beautiful. I could just visualize how they're going to do it. Shonda's going to do it. I was just like, Penelope, get it. Get the attention. So yes, an encourager. Okay, then romantic. All right then. Let's talk about romance. So I know I kind of jumped a bit around, but I thought this is better way to do it this way because it really got me thinking of the kind of person that I would love to be with. And I'm a romantic girl, and yes, Bridgerton can get me stuck in my delulu unrealistic ways because I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is the Bridgerton men are just so romantic, and I'm pretty sure there's romantic men out there somewhere hiding. I don't care, and at this point I don't even mind waiting for it. I'm not gonna wait for any Jack, Jill, Harry. Go wait for those kind of guys. Nah, they're not romantic. That's not for me. Sorry. If I am crazy, well then. Anyway, a romantic. Okay, so let's go back to chapter 18 because that's like the steamy part. Okay, first of all, the mirror scene, there is no mirror scene. There is reference of the mirror scene, and the way Colin says it, it was absolutely beautiful. Basically, Colin is wicked. Colin scares me. When a Bridgerton man loves you, they love you, and they have weird ass fantasies. Not weird ass fantasies, but like they're not ashamed to share all of this. Where is it? Like the mirror he was talking about, basically he wants to do it with Penelope in front of a mirror so that she can see how beautiful she is. That is so cute. So in the book, it's very like he's talking about his fantasies with her. He wants her to know like this babe is so beautiful. He wants her to know, she wants her to feel it. She wants her to understand that, and he wants to do it in front of her in the mirror. So that's what the reference in the book. However, apparently in the series we're gonna get a mirror scene. So if that one line from the book, I'll be like, Colin, I was like, there is no shame. This boy is like, listen, I'm telling you my fantasies. I want to see you naked. I want to see you naked in front of the mirror. What's that like? I know you want to take it. I know you want to see me naked, naked, naked. It's giving wild, wild, wild. Wild, wild, wild thoughts. Wild, wild, wild. Colin is giving wild, wild thoughts. Oh gosh, I'm shy. I'm so shy. I don't even know what to do. I'm actually so scared. Like, Bridgerton men actually scare me because the romance, the words they say, the ad-libs, is too much for me. And I'm like, why am I shaking? Like, I'm just shaking. I'm like, oh my God, I know. It's too much. It's too much. And then it kind of just goes in like talking about how, so they slipped away from the ball and they have like an argument because Colin's like really not happy with how Penelope's done it. He feels blindsided. He felt like he should have spoken to Colin, or at least told Colin like, look, everyone's gonna receive the latest Colin. But there's like anger again, the intense, passionate. It seems like, you know, the couples get, you know, they're angry at each other, and it's like, right, let's have sex, you know. So they have sex for the first time before getting married, actually. I don't know how, I don't know if they're gonna change that in the series. I don't know if they're gonna wait till marriage. I think they're gonna do it before marriage. But they're engaged anyway, so and he's like, she's already mine. But it's just like, it's like not descriptive, but it's really cute. I can't explain it. It's very like, because it's, I believe at this point Penelope's a virgin, Colin is not. He's been with others, and he's like guiding her, telling her like no, like, look, I don't want you to get hurt. I don't want you to be in pain. I want you to tell me if you like it, if you don't like it. And Penelope's like, look, I love you. Anything you do, I would like. The girl's in love. At this point, she doesn't care, which is, oh, okay, that's so cute. And he's like, okay, that's fine, but just still tell me. And she's like, look, I don't care. And he's like, Penelope's like, you could tell that she's like hot and bothered. Like, she's like, this boy, she feels like this boy is teasing her. And at this point, she's like, let's just get straight into it. He's like, listen, not yet, girl. And you understand why. That is just so cute. The conversation that he's like having with her, guiding her. It's like, this is what you're going to feel. This is what's going to happen. Like, oh my God. It's just like, you can tell like he really like cares about her. And Colin also says, oh yes. But one in the last video, I didn't know at the point if Colin really loved Penelope, and he actually has like a bit of, not like doubt, but he didn't know what love felt like, and he had this discussion with Daphne, and Daphne was like, you would know, like, you definitely know. And Colin clocks, like, in their argument that they're having, seeing the real Penelope, he's like, oh my God, he's in love with her. So Penelope, like, I think it was like them during, I think it was when they were having sex, she tells him like, look, I love you, and she doesn't really care for him to say, and he's like, I love you too. I remember like, oh my gosh, yes, yeah. I was just like, because I was getting nervous, I was like, Colin, you better love her, please, like, don't just be with her because you just care about her, you know. But like, yeah, he genuinely like really loves her, so that was really sweet. But yeah, it gets really steamy. I'm not gonna get too much into the details because yeah, but Julia really, she really goes in, and it's just so funny because it's talking about chill. Skip. I don't know how they're gonna film this, but all I know is I understand why Nicola and Luke broke the props on set, because what I was reading and the thoughts and ad-libs Colin was giving to Penelope in a book, yeah, me too, I'll be breaking the props on the set. Let's just say that. So that's a romantic person. Charming, problem solver, which I've already said. Ambitious. I think it's important for me to be with someone that is ambitious. Doesn't matter how big or small. To be with someone that has ambition, or, you know, is continually wanting to figure out where they're trying to go. I don't think I can be with someone that has no idea completely. I don't think anyone actually has an idea completely. I believe we can all change ideas, but I want someone to try. Do you know what I mean? Like, to at least to try. Like, I'm trying, you two try, we'll help each other out. Friendly, absolutely. I'm a friendly person. Expect this person to be friendly as well, not just to my family, my friends, like to everyone that you meet, to a stranger. Like one of my biggest pet peeves is being rude to people that you don't need to be rude to, or kind of seeing yourself better than someone else. Like, God forbid. Like, no, you will be nice to everyone, regardless of their status, the ranking. You just be a friendly person because you're a nice person. So I think Colin can be friendly. Patient, that's another thing. Patience. I think you can see Colin is very patient with Penelope. Penelope is a slow burner. You can see like she has trouble sometimes getting her thoughts across, but I think he's been patient with her, and as he tries to be, because sometimes like Penelope's bit out, and so you can see that he's been patient with her and allowed her to kind of just, you know, blossom to the woman that she's meant and supposed to be. So I really love that. But yeah, those are the different qualities that I've written down and wanted to share with you guys. I really love the book. It was just the way it even ended. Penelope's now she's done with Lady Whistledown. You see like what she's moving on to next. So she's gonna publish a novel. Colin has already published his book. It's just maybe I was just like, wow, this is just so beautiful and romantic. Just these two, like you could see like the partnership between each other encouraging each other's dreams. They're able to talk, discuss, have jokes, and you know, still be hot for each other. I just like, that is so cute. Love that. What I found really interesting, the way Colin reacts about finding out Penelope being Lady Whistledown compared to how Eloise reacts in the show about how her being Lady Whistledown. I don't think in the book it really goes into much what Eloise says, Eloise's feelings on that. It just pretty much just shows like, you know, everyone really supporting her, and then they disappear for a couple of days, and then, you know, fast forward, Penelope's pregnant, Colin's published his novel, or his book about his travels, and then Penelope's like working on her next writing project. But I found that very interesting because it's like, obviously we have to deal in season 3 Eloise and Penelope's friendship, which was very obviously I think that's a big thing in season 3, and I really do hope that they don't do it across the 8 episodes. I hope it doesn't drag out along. I really hope that the first or second or they just like make up. Like I really want them, like I really love their friendship, and even in the book, like they're truly like sisters. I really want them to make up. But it was just very interesting because like the way, like from what I remember from season 2, Eloise was, oh my god, I would be scared of Eloise. Me too. I would run for the hills. Eloise was mad. Like obviously she was blindsided, but, and let me not lie, what, and it got me thinking as well. Penelope is also not very innocent, because my girl, if you think about season 1, she really ruined the whole thing with Marina, Miss Thompson, Colin, all of that stuff. Like she really did hurt them. That would be very interesting to see people's reactions to Penelope being Lady Whistledown, like especially the people that are close to, like, that find out like how hurt they are. But yeah, I just wanted to say that that's very interesting. And I think there's gonna be a rift between, a little bit of argument between Colin, Eloise, because maybe she doesn't understand why Colin is being more supportive, or not as angry as Eloise is, which is maybe she, like, because like in the book he's like more supportive than I thought he would be, like more vexed, like the way Eloise was, but I didn't get that. Do you know what I mean? So I think it'll be very interesting to see that, how they play that out. But I think there's gonna be a bit of tension between Colin and Eloise, because Eloise, maybe, if, I don't know how it'll play out, because obviously in this case Eloise knows, so maybe Colin's gonna find out after, and then maybe Eloise is going to try and warn Colin, like, you know, why are you going for Penelope, blah, 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 you don't know, blah, blah, blah. So I think there's going to be that situation going on. But I really do hope Penelope and Eloise make up. I really want them to. And then there was also an interesting part, which is the book that got me was the whole fact that Eloise is like really happy for Penelope being with Colin, but she's also kind of expected, like the mom as well, that Penelope was also going to be, you know, not married, you know. So they thought it's just going to be her together, because Eloise and Penelope, like this, they've been through like the seasons together. They're both in their late 20s, not married. So it's like, oh my gosh, now Penelope's getting married. Like, what about her? And in the book, Eloise says, like, you know, look, I'm working on it. Like, I'm working on finding someone. And everyone was like, what? So I think it's kind of like a wake up call for Eloise. And I really like the guy. I'm rewatching, like I said, season 2, and Theo. I really like Theo. Theo was cute. Let me not lie. I really like Theo and Eloise together, but I don't know if they're gonna end up together. I think she's gonna find someone else. I'm very intrigued to see who Eloise ends up with. I haven't read the other books yet, so I think I will. I think I might do audiobook this time. We'll see. Let me know if I should read it in order or if I should jump around a bit. And then, yeah, the last thing, guys, is I have a huge crush on Luke Thompson, who plays Benedict. There's something so handsome and charming about this guy.
Accepted me as a student. I got in!
I thought they were not the arbiters of taste.
There must be great promise in my work. Oh, my! You shall all bear witness to my talent!
It's the middle of the night.
He is so, oh my God. Like, oh my God. So that's that. And then I saw from the press conference, I think you guys also kind of mentioned to me as well, the titles of season 3 revealed. So Out of the Shadows is episode 1. Episode 2 is called How Bright the Moon. Episode 3, Forces of Nature. Episode 4, Old Friends. Episode 5, TikTok. Episode 6, Romancing Mr. Bridgerton, like the name of the book. Episode 7, Joining of Hands. And episode 8, Into the Light. I could tell you Into the Light is basically, in my opinion, my theory is Colin does the whole speech at Daphne's ball. Are we even going to see Daphne? I don't think we are. So whoever balls it is, he's going to give a speech showcasing his love for Penelope, and then, you know, saying like, haha guys, you've been fooled, she's lazy whistledown, and that's my girl. Joining of Hands. So I don't know if this could be the episode when Penelope and Eloise become friends, Joining of Hands, or if it's episode 4 for Old Friends, they become friends again. So I'm split between episode 4, episode 7. I don't know if that's when they'll become friends. Romancing Mr. Bridgerton, obviously it's giving the first time. That's the first time Penelope is really, you know, ooh, okay, so this is what making love is. It's giving mirror scene. It's giving the whole shebang, basically. 1 to 3 is basically Colin and Penelope. Okay, 1 to 4. I think Colin and Penelope, there's obviously it's going to take time for Colin to kind of get back into Penelope's good books. But then I think in Old Friends, I think that, or maybe the third one, either episode 3 or 4, they're like, I think they start the trip, like, you know, he helps her find different suitors and stuff to, you know, for the new season. That's my theory. I've done poorly. I'll let you guys put in the comments what you think. But yeah, guys, thank you so much. Honestly, I wouldn't have read the book if it wasn't for that video when I was watching the sneak peek and I went to go open up my big fat mouth and said, yeah, guys, it's PG, which absolutely is not. It's not PG. It's a big nope. It's not PG. It's given 18. It's given 18. It's giving, oh my god, the nudity. It's given, we're not watching this with my mom. So yeah, so thank you guys for correcting me again and encouraging me to read the book. I really enjoyed it, and it's got me even more excited now. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to see it. And I'm glad to know a lot of you guys are gonna be blocking the 16th of May. I'm literally taking an annual leave that day, and I'm gonna take because it's on a Thursday, I'm also gonna take the Friday off because I know I will need time to digest, and I'm going to rewatch it again. And also, like I've said, I'm going to react to it, and, you know, I need some time for editing too, making sure I got my thoughts together. So I need that whole long weekend for myself. And then obviously I'm going to give myself another Bridgerton Bank Holiday for part 2. So I'm really excited. It's coming very soon next month. And I really, like I said, I love the way they're promoting this every day on Instagram. So many things to look forward to. This is an absolutely long video, but yeah, this, I don't know what else to say other than the fact that, like, my god, like so many, just so many things. Obviously there's more points I could have spoken about the book, but those are obviously the ones that are at the top of my head. But yeah, guys, I'm generally just, I'm really looking forward to the show. And yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm very intrigued. I'm intrigued because I think what I'm very nervous about still is, as much as I love Colin and Penelope, and even as I'm watching back the old series and old seasons and I'm looking at them, look like, okay, like honestly, like they've done so well with like the makeup and how they, because like there's like a whole episode, I was like watching it the other day, of like the kind of the way the makeup artists really make the main characters like shine. And I'm just looking at Penelope and Colin in season 1, season 2, and Colin and Penelope now, they've just absolutely glowed up. And I'm like, what I've read in the book, I am still trying to match with the like I'm still trying to match it. And I'm like, you guys look so innocent in my eyes. I was even shocked. Like, I was so shocked as well. Like, that Colin has been with other girls, like, in the book. Because he's like, yeah, I've been with other... Because he knew... He was talking about it in, like, that mirror scene thing. He was, like, talking, like, based from experience. And I was like, oh. Generally, he's, like, so shocked. Because in my mind, I was like, I know Anthony and Benedict there, you know. But I don't know why. I just thought Colin was just traveling and being a good... Like, you know, I don't know. I thought his legs were closed, but he's, you know, he's had his moments. He's been really secret about it. But yeah, so I know that's the struggle I'm gonna have. But so far, what I'm saying, I'm just like, okay, like I'm rooting for them. I'm like, I really want it. Like, obviously, I'm rooting for Colin, like, for Polin. Honestly, it's gonna be very interesting to match what I read to the screen. And yeah, I can't wait to see all the characters again, like other characters. I can't wait to see Kate Anthony. Obviously, Kate is pregnant. She's got a baby on the way. Really to see how she acts as the new Viscountess and her role in the house. And like how Lady Bridgerton's going to act with, you know, I'm sure she's still going to be the same. Her role, just making sure her kids get married. But yeah, like I said in the last video, you can see she's got a love interest. And just, yeah, see how Anthony is. Like, I'm sure, because last season 2, he's very like, I am the eldest brother. I have responsibility. I have a duty. I am an honourable man. Blah, blah, blah. I would love to see like him as a father, as a husband, like, also calm. I think he's going to be really calm, and I think he's going to be like a big factor, maybe helping Colin like navigate Colin's like love story. But yeah, like I really loved like the trailer they've done so far. Like it was probably the best slideshow I've ever seen, because it was like, I don't know what you guys showed me. All I know is like you didn't give too much. It was so beautiful. I was entertained, and thank God you didn't give too much away, because there's so much stuff in the book that was not even shown in the trailer. I remember I was talking to my guy friend. He was like, yeah, I watched, because he's a big Bridgerton fan. He's like, I watched it and they didn't give much away. And I was like, yeah. I was like, trust me, they didn't. And he hasn't even read the book. But yeah, I'm gonna start talking because it's getting late and unfortunately we have work tomorrow. But no, I just want to say thanks for watching, guys. Let me know your thoughts in a comment below. It's very different with how I went through the discussion. I really wanted to share my thoughts with you, the kind of guy I'm looking for, and I'm so serious. Like, Mr. Bridgerton can come and romance me anywhere. Like, at this point, like, I am such a hopeless romantic. If there's any other books, I'm actually so into romantic books now. I don't want to just read Bridgerton books. If there's any other books that anyone recommends that you think I should read, please let me know, because I don't know, it just made me feel so happy and giddy. I was like, wow, it just took me to a whole different world in my own La La Land. And I just love that feeling. But yeah, I just wanted to share like my qualities, like kind of looking for, and the things I picked out from Colin. I was just like, yeah, I like him. We need a bit of that, you know. So yeah, share your kind of qualities of what you're looking for in your partner. And do you believe there's a Bridgerton, like men like Bridgerton out there? Like, am I being crazy? For those who are gonna be like, okay, like, no, girl, this doesn't exist. Well then, in that case, I will probably continue to stay in my Dilulu La La Land, but it is what it is. All right then, that's it. I don't know what to do with my life anymore now, and other than to freaking wait. I hope they drop another second trailer, because that's what we need. So what to do? Yeah, wow, I'm lost. Oh, I'm really lost. I don't know. Like, May 16th needs to freaking drop now, because this is actually taking. I'm like literally thinking now, like, why could we have done beginning of May? I don't like why. Like, why can we have done the beginning of May? Like, now I'm actually so confused. It's actually too long. I can't wait this long. Guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, drop your comments below. I really love everyone's commentary. Like, you guys make my day. You guys honestly make my day. I love reading it. It just makes me happy. But yeah, thanks guys for watching, and see you guys next time. Bye.